Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the flight deck. Today we're doing something a little different. We're back in DHL flying our route, our multi-leg route on this cargo run. For today, we're going to stream the departure up to cruise. At that point, we're going to end the stream. And when about 80 miles out or so from top of descent, about 4.5 hours later, we're going to commence another stream. And that will be the arrival into New Delhi. One of the reasons is it's just allows people and me to get up and do things during the long cruise portion and not having to worry about what's going on with the sim. And then the other reason is still got the dog. You got to take the dog out for a walk and take care of the dog. Very demanding pup. So we'll be doing that. But today we're flying. Once again, we're back in the A310 DHL. That's Kevin over there in the UPS A310, and like I said, we're flying from here to Delhi. It's about a 7-hour, 10-minute flight or so as we head out there. Currently nighttime out there. Maybe we'll get there for sunrise. We'll see. Anyway, let's hop on board and start getting the aircraft all set up. Alright, we'll take our seat. Oop, wrong button. There we go. So she shut down completely, but overnight they did load the aircraft for us, so she is all loaded up and ready to go. So we can begin with our safety checks. Weather radar is off, parking brakes are set, fuel levers are off, thrust lever or throttles are in idle, flap lever is fully retracted, speed brakes retracted and disarmed, gear lever is down, ignition selector is off, and the wipers are both in the off position. Alright, so up to the overhead. Actually, before we go up to the overhead, let's make sure that all our ground equipment is hooked up. GPU and chocks are in place. Alright, so batteries are on. External power is connected. Nav and logo lights are on system 1. APU fire test. Loop A, loop B, illuminated, and there's the ding. We'll do engine 1. Loop A, loop B, illuminated, and engine 2. Loop A, loop B, and illuminated. Fuel pumps coming on. And we'll start up the APU. So all our fuel pumps are on. APU switch to on. Count of 3. And we'll hit the start. Hey Kevin. Hope you're doing well today. Come back down. We'll monitor the APU. While we're doing that, we'll get the lights turned up. Again, I like to turn these panel lights up just for helps differentiate the text and the controls, and just makes it pop and stand out. And if you get shadows and stuff, it just makes it a little bit easier to read. So we're carrying about 22 tons of cargo with us today as we head down to India from Leipzig in Germany. Just waiting for the APU. There she goes, starting to fire up. So doing a quick weather check of the route. Shouldn't be too bad. There's some storms heading out towards Austria, Romania. We should pass over. Nothing clears up after Romania. It's more or less clear through Turkey. Not seeing anything over the Middle East, and India is looking fairly clear as well. So not expecting any major storms or weather fronts as we fly down through the route today. APU is coming up. And while we're waiting on that, again, if you're watching, my streams are all open. All the members and stuff who want to fly along, you can find the information on the Discord. We'll put the Discord link in. It's also in the descriptions for the videos on both YouTube and Twitch. And you can come and join us. The information's posted there, what we fly when, everything from small GA airplanes and stuff up to the big airliners. So we have APU available, bleed air is available. We'll come back up top. And we'll put the APU bleeds on. And we can confirm APU generators are now providing electricity. So we'll start the adheres to nav. There we go. Turn on the galley power so we can get ourselves a nice cup of tea later. Low oxygen power priority is on, and we're in the green. Window heats on, probe heats are on, emergency exit lights are armed. No smoking and seatbelt signs on. Overhead panel checking for white lights. Everything is good. APU is on as mentioned, and we can now disconnect the external power, and our internal lights are set. We may have to adjust if we fly into the darkness as we go. So we can come down here and start programming. So engines are correct, database is up to date, and we can go over to our initialization. So we're going to go menu, ACARS, SimBrief, there's the route, EDDP to VIDP, that is all correct for today's flight, and our alternate is OPIS, Oscar Papa India Sierra, throw that in there, clear the message. That's good. Cost index is 30, and our ID is DHK 102. That is entered, and we will start the IRS's aligning. Aligning. That is all in and done. But once the IRS's are aligned, we can go in and turn on the yaw damper. Switches up top, the ATS and stuff. Over to the flight plan. So for our departure today, let me get the current weather, and I'll throw that into the chat for everyone. Alright, current weather here at Leipzig is 330 at 12, scattered clouds at 2800 at 6 degrees, and 1022, so let's dial that in now. 1022 is set into standby and cross-checked. So we are departing on runway 26 right. So we're going to the SID. It is runway 26 right, and we're going off on the DRN 2N departure. And that is good, so we will insert that. Now for our arrival, it's going to take a little bit of programming. Kevin, I might need you again to remind me how to do this. We got a lot of waypoints on this route. Alright. So the way I'm looking at it is we're doing the ILS runway 28 at the moment. So there's going to be no star. It's the ILS 28. We're going to come in at SAM. And again, none. We will insert that, and we'll take a look and see what that shows us. It should bring us in from Sam and then onto a 12-mile DME arc. You can see our departure. We're going to be making a series of left turns out and around. So we're going to head down through Eastern Europe as we go. We're going over 3,000 miles today. Kind of all over the place there. There's Sam. Not quite doing the arc. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to program the arc in. So after Sam, it takes us to a point. I'm going to zoom in here. I believe is supposed to be the initial point in. Then it has a line coming back out, which I think is the missed approach, but that's okay. So D316, yeah. Yeah, thanks Kevin. So D316N, that's the initial point where we are supposed to go into the arc. So that is good. So after that, we're going to enter new waypoint will be Delta Papa November. We're then going to do the slash. We're going to want a heading of 300 slash. Is it a 14-mile arc? You're putting a 14-mile arc. It says it's a 12-mile. We'll go 12-mile arc, and we're going to go new waypoint. Alright, what did I do wrong? Yeah, I've got a 12-mile arc, but what did I... Or did I... So after this one, it should be DPN 312. New waypoint. Am I doing it on the wrong side? Do I go there? No, that's restrictions. Or do I just do it this way? DPN 312. Go back to the flight plan. Oh, on the main page, okay. Does it insert before or after? EPN 312. Okay. It's putting in these weird things here. Okay. So if I delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. So it puts it in after. So that's 300. So if I go DPN 290 at 12. It's putting it before. DPN 290 at 12. So my IRSs have aligned. There we go. DPN 280. So we're gonna have to do this all the way around. DPN 270 at 12. At 12, we're going to go all the way around the arc. DPN 250 at 12. Yeah, well, we'll see, Brian. Hey, good morning. Just watching it draw the arc there. DPN 250 at 12. Was that 50? I think that was 50. 40. Zero. Oh, I've got a duplicate there. I think is the next one. Nope. 210. Should be writing these down so I can remember. DPN 200. Any idea when your internet's going to be sorted out? Sorry, I'm just kind of going quiet here as I work my way around the arc. Take out that one. DPN 28170 at 12. DPN 170 at 12. That's better. Oh, okay. So now you're waiting. Okay. DPN 150 at 12. DPN 140 at 12. Zero at 12. One, 2, 0 at 12, almost there. And last one, DPN 115 at 12. And that should take us, we'll take out that. Take out that. And that should bring us in. That's true. Although I've never done that either, so. Let's just do a check on the route. I think I lose my arc as we go around. See what happens. There's Sam. And for some reason my line stops drawing. Takes us around, and there's the inbound there for the ILS. Okay. And then we head back out to Sam. All right. I'll treat that as good. Okie dokie. So that is in and done. We can now do our performance. So let's head into our calculator. Alright, A310-300 takeoff. We are at EDDP. We're departing on runway 26 right. Grab the weather and our takeoff weight, which we'll get from here. Alright, our block fuel for today is 47.5. Zero fuel weight. Actually, let's do it on the thing because SimBrief's numbers are a little bit off for me. So we have 0 passengers. Our cargo is 22.7. Two. Okay, let's put in the fuel first. Our fuel is 45 points. 40. Down here. 45.7 tons. Our passengers are 0. Really? These numbers are way out of whack from SimBrief. So it's allowing us 16.4 tons maximum. Interesting. We're gonna have to go in and change the SimBrief profile at some point. So what is our gross weight of 142.2? Or our, let's go back to our 0 fuel weight. $96.5. Okay, there's that, and then our center of gravity is 28. Alright, so that is now in. So our weight for the calculator for takeoff is going to be 143. Or sorry, 142. 266. Calculate. All right. So we have a 15-15 takeoff under toga. It's going to be a 154, 155, and a 161. We can now turn all this on. And preset. So we're set up for that. We're going to have initial climb out altitude of 12,000 feet and runway heading for our departure. Go back to my charts. Is 263. We'll go this way. .263 is set, and we are good there. So we have everything entered in down here. You can go over to the flight plan. We are good. So EFIS Brightness is set. Flight directors are on. VOR nav ILS is good. Decision height -5. Then off. Speed in Mach is set and verified of 161. Altitude select 12,000 feet. Heading select is done. Altimeters are set. Clock 1430 is checked. Brakes are normal. Landing elevation here at Leipzig is 470, so we'll make it 500 feet in case we do have to return. 500 feet. Gear warning horn check. Good. TO config. Right engine. TO config. Left engine. That is set. TRP is set to Toga. Speed brakes are retracted and disarmed. Flap lever is 0 and in agreement. Transponder. Set it to our usual call sign. 5556 is set. Put the TCAS range to 12. Rudder trim is 0. Weather radar is off. Oxygen masks are good. Alright, overhead panel. No white lights. Everything is clear. ADAS pitch trim and yaw damper switches are all on. Seatbelt signs are on. No smoking signs are on. And fuel quantity is now applied. Checked. Good thing I checked. So windows and doors are closed. Cockpit door is closed. Beacon light is on. Parking brake is on. And transponder is TARA. And we are good for our push. So let's call for pushback. There he is.
Hello, Captain. We are ready.
Kevin's leaving. He's had enough of waiting for me. There we go. Got his name tags up.
Departure check completed. iPad pin inserted.
So we're gonna go tail left, nose right. Come over to our ground stuff. GPU's been removed. Chocks have been removed. Should be hooking up the oh yeah, bye. There you go.
Looking here.
So it's GSX. Gears locked. You can see that they put the tag in, which is kind of neat. You actually see the tag. So we're not a freighter variant, so that's why we're going to go nose right, tail left. That's why you see a low cargo load.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright. So we're pushing back. Everything's looking good. So it is the 19th, so we're going to start on the B side on the cranks. And we're starting the number 2 engine. And 1 rotation. Adding fuel. I'm waiting for starter cutout. Starter cutout. There's the switch over as the generators come online. Not sure what that spike is. Where are you going, guys? Oh, that's not bad. We're gonna stop here. There's a hole in the bridge? Okay. Starting engine 1. Well, we might be running different scenery though. If you had the other one. Where are we going?
Set parking brakes.
Yeah, you took us a far
Waiting
away.
your confirmation for good engine start.
Fuel for engine 1. I mean, you should have pushed us to the line. Not halfway into another parking spot, but whatever. Starter cutout. Our generators are online. Should get the spike. There we go. I'm not sure why she's spiking like that. Might have something to do with the throttles not properly linking in. But anyway, that's a good start on both engines, so we'll bring up the menu, confirm.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
So ignition is off, anti-ice not required. Packs are both on. Runway turn off. Oh, no. Let's get to the right checklist. Ignition off, APU bleeds are off.
Locking gear.
APU coming off, anti-ice not required. Spoilers are armed. Flaps going 15-15. Elevator trim 0. Pitch trim was
No truck disconnected. Ice has been removed.
1.8 up.
Left is clear, right is clear.
There we go, 1.8 up. And flight controls. Full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. Engine instruments are checked. There he is, holding up the pin. Thumbs up. Give me a wave that you're leaving and we're good to go. There we go. All right. Nose lights to taxi. Brakes released. And let's head to the runway. Well, I still haven't figured out why some airports I'm getting double dots at the spawn points. Like Toronto, all of a sudden just started appearing, and I don't know why. I haven't been back down to check that hump on Taxiway Alpha, which I really should do. Let's see what's there. Anyway, we're going to cross over runway 26 left. as we head up taxiway Hotel 1. And we'll look for holes. Runway's clear. There's the main passenger terminal. We're going to go past that because I believe there's a road that travels under the hump up ahead, and that leads in. This is the default Microsoft airport. We'll see how it is. Let's get a little bit more speed here. We've got a long taxi to go. Once we get up to the other side of the terminal, we got to head down to the length of the runway to the far end, and it is a 12,000 foot runway, so just over 2 miles. Try to keep our roll speed on taxi under 30 knots. Yeah, that's why I want to go back. When we landed in Toronto after flying out of Vancouver the other day, although we came in runway 23, I didn't see any terrain issues or anything, so I should just reload in there and go check it out. Hey, there's a Metro Air A320 over there. Cool. That used to be a code-share airline for Fly UK. It's not anymore. The agreement's expired, which is why we now have Satan. Alright, so here's the bridge. You can see traffic flowing underneath it. I see a little bit of terrain popping through. Not seeing a hole, but definitely seeing terrain. There's the highway. There's a few of these types of airports around. There's, I think Amsterdam has one, and there's another one in the Middle East that does something similar. Alright, so we're going to head down here on Charlie. Should be able to see Kevin get off the ground. Got to remember to start my clock this time. So I do notice on this aircraft the wheel brakes get really hot. When we landed in Honolulu yesterday, even on low auto braking, or actually no auto braking, I just did a little bit of manual braking, it seemed to get pretty hot. So something that we gotta watch. It's interesting that my overlay is showing 438 feet, which is about right. But when I'm at cruise altitude, it's off by like almost 2,000 feet. A little odd, but that's we know the cause of that. That's reporting from the sim into external software. There's a disconnect on how it reports altitude. So what are we taking to India from Germany? I don't know. Full load. Let's see, it's early winter, full load coming out of Germany. I'm going to say that this year India is going to be celebrating Oktoberfest. So we have a full load of lederhosen on board. Kevin, you good? Oh, I think you're rolling now. There you go. Goes UPS. High-speed taxi running down here. All right, so I'm trying to do things that Roger should be doing. Start wandering all over the place. So we're going to go right to the end here. I had to stop. The speed started dropping off all of a sudden. Oh, that's not good. I know, it's happened to me. Swing right out to Alpha 9. Alright, we'll move out, take up position. Lights on. Strobes on. Turn off lights are on. Ignition to continuous. Weather radar is now on. Ourselves lined up. Seems they're bumping their way. I can see the hump right there. Alright, spoilers are on, flaps are set, weather radar is on, TCAS is on, heading is set, altitude is set. Alright, so engines to 40%. Engines are stable. Clock has started. Brakes released. Thrust power set. Airspeed's alive. It is not a smooth runway, that's for sure. 100 knots. V1, rotate. fighting that wind. Positive rate. Gear up, speed brakes disarmed. Profile, heading select, autopilot on. Speed's 200 knots. Flaps coming in. Landing gear lever set to neutral. Packs are on EPU. EPU bleeds are off. Nose lights off. Runway turn-off lights are off. Profile nav mode. Ignition is off. Anti-ice is off. TRP is set to climb through slat speed, slats coming in. Brake fans off and auto brake is off. It's climbing to 250 knots. There's Kevin over there. So we're climbing out on the departure. Throw the anti-ice on just because we are going to be running out through the a little bit of moisture, and it says we're in icing range, so that's fine. 6,000 feet coming up. So we're climbing to 3,100. We'll dial that in now. Let's do it the easy way. There we go. Flying around the departure here. Beautiful day in Germany. A little bit cold. It's about 4 or 5 degrees when we left. It's hot in India, 28 degrees. All right, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can come off. Accelerating. We'll probably do a few step climbs as we go. So it looks like our final altitude will be 35. We're going to stay at 31 until we get to Dinro. I'll go up to 33. Oh, you should see the forecast. It's got fog, haze, smog, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a low-vis landing. Even though, even if the skies are clear. Remember we went into, I think it was Karachi. The sky's clear, but it had like 4 miles visibility, and that haze that we ran into, that smog. We're looking good. Climbing up. Again, we'll stick with the stream until we're established in cruise, at which point the stream will end, and then about 5.5 hours from then, when I'm about 80 miles out of top of descent, we'll come back online in the stream, and we'll pick up for the arrival and landing. But that way we're not running 8, 9, 10-hour streams on some of these legs while we're just putzing along, not doing an awful lot. Because let's face it, it's the takeoff and landings that everyone wants to see. My amazing in-flight entertainment notwithstanding. So we got a little bit of weather off to our right. Definitely got some weather down there southeast of us. And we're going to be making a turn. We're going to head up to DRN, which is the Dresden VOR, and our exit point off the departure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you gotta admit that whole area is bad for that type of thing. IFR landings in clear skies. Gotta love it. Alright, so we're through 18,000 feet. That will be good enough for us to switch over to standard. Well, we're well through transition, which was 5,000 feet. Kevin's made it to 24,000. The wind's out of the northwest, which is common for this area. So not unexpected. We're up above the clouds now, so anti-ice can come off. Yeah, not on my list of places to visit either. Alright, there's 21,000 feet coming up, 10,000 to go. Busy in the skies today. Brilliant sunshine. So as mentioned, our first step climb is going to be at Dinro. So we can come down here. There's Dinro. Must be thinking of a different aircraft. I remember you used to be able to put the step climbs in, but I think that's the 737s, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it, yeah, I think it is. We'll just remember it. It's not like I'm walking away from the sim, well, except when I take the dog out for a walk. Oh, I'll have to wait till I'm in cruise. Ah, okay. So it is this aircraft. All right. I knew I wasn't going completely nuts. Just partially. So it looks like we're going to hit our cruise altitude right when we pass the Dresden VOR. It's 5,000 to go. So Brian, have you looked into Starlink? I'm just wondering what the delay is for if you order the system. How long would it take for you to get it? All right, so we're at cruise 31,000. I'm just looking for when we reach top of descent. It's between Elcox and Egino. Alright. So somewhere around Asari. Alright, so let's see. We're in cruise. Let's pop down here to flight plan. Dinro. If I go back to my overview, Dinro to flight level 33. So if I go here, no, must be the other side. Dinro there. Step preparation, we're step to 330. Then we'll insert that. There's our step climb. All right. So that is now programmed in. So go back to mode. And then we'll have another one going up to 350 when we get to Tunic. So we're established in our cruise. So that is going to do it for this section of the stream. We're going to end it here. And as I mentioned, in about 5.5 hours or so, we'll be back to do the descent briefing, descent and arrival into New Delhi. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you'll come back and join us for the arrival and enjoy your day in between. If you want to join us on these flights, information's on the Discord. As mentioned at the top of the thing, links are in the description below. Please like, share, consider joining us, and we'll see you again very shortly.